Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. We begin in the name of Almighty Allah, the most magnificent, the ever merciful. We glorify Him, we praise Him, and of course we elevate His name as He ought to be elevated. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I extend to you the eternal and of course the universal salutation of peace. May the peace, blessings and mercies of Almighty Allah be upon you. A most pleasant good morning going out to you on this beautiful, beautiful Friday morning. Of course, we are now coming close to the end of the week. Another week has rolled over. We are heading towards the weekend. How has your week been thus far? It's a pleasure to be in your company once again. As always, I pray and hope that you are healthy, you are well, you are enjoying a period of happiness and prosperity and well-being. I'm your host and brother in humanity, Imam Sarfraz Ghani, here in your company once again on this auspicious and holy day of Friday, the day of Jum'ah here in Trinidad and Tobago. Jummah Mubarak going out to you and yours. Thank you so much for the pleasure of your company. Before we go any further, I must take the opportunity to say a very special thank you going out to Pandit Shiva and Hari Prasad for those beautiful and those wonderful words of inspiration and motivation. And as we always tend to do here on the program, we do wish him a safe and a speedy trip back home. All praises are due to Almighty Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the magnificent, the merciful, Master of the Day of Judgment. O Allah, it is you do we worship, and from you only do we ask for help. Guide us to the straight path, the path of those upon whom you have bestowed your favor, not the path of those who have evoked your anger, nor the path of those who have gone astray. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Well, today's Islamic date is the 4th day in the month of Dhul Qa'dah, which is of course the 11th month on the Islamic calendar. So basically we have now rolled over to the second to last month on the Islamic calendar. Earlier this week, on the evening of Monday, the 28th of this month, or the 28th of April I should say, the moon was looked for to bring to an end the month of Shawwal. And I can report to you that the moon was sighted Monday evening earlier this week. The moon was sighted, which basically was an indication that the month of Shawwal, the 10th month on the Islamic calendar, completed 29 days. And then immediately we rolled over to the new month. So currently we are in the new month, the month of Dhul Qa'dah, the 11th month on the Islamic calendar, the second to last month on the Islamic calendar. And today being the 4th day, the months are rolling by, and before we know it, this year from the Islamic perspective will come to an end. And of course we are currently in the year 1446. Today also coincides with the first Friday in the month of May for the year 2025. So like I mentioned before, the months are rolling by very, very quickly. May Allah continue to bless us with happiness and prosperity as we continue on with this journey called life. And at this point, as we are now getting ready to commence the holy day of Jum'ah here in Trinidad and Tobago, of course, allow me now to take the opportunity to officially welcome you live on air, live on the internet, live across our social feeds as well for this weekly program titled Soul Inspirations, your program for inspiration, information, education, and entertainment. Thank you so much for the pleasure of your company. It's always a pleasure to have you on the program with us. Definitely do stick around. You're listening to Soul Inspirations right here on 103.1 FM.
दुनिया से दिल लगा कर दुनिया से क्या मिलेगा, दुनिया से दिल लगा कर दुनिया से क्या मिलेगा, किए जा तुझको खुदा मिलेगा, दुनिया से दिल लगा कर दौलत हो या قوت طاقت ہو یا جوانی، ہر چیز مٹنے والی، ہر چیز آنی جانی، ہر چیز مٹنے والی، ہر چیز آنی جانی، یہ سب غرور ایک دن مٹی میں جا ملے گا، یہ سب غرور ایک دن مٹی میں جا ملے گا، یاد خدا کیے جا تجھ کو خدا ملے گا، دنیا سے دل لگا کر آتا نہیں پلٹ کر، گزرا ہوا زمانہ کیا خواب کا بھروسہ، کیا موت کا ٹھکانہ، کیا خواب کا بھروسہ، کیا موت کا ٹھکانہ، یہ زندگی گوا کر کیا فائدہ ملے گا، یہ زندگی گوا کر کیا فائدہ ملے گا، یاد خدا کیے جا تجھ کو خدا ملے گا، دنیا سے دل لگا کر تقدیر جو دکھائے، چپ چاپ دیکھتا چل، ایمان کے سہارے نیکی کا راستہ چل، ایمان کے سہارے نیکی کا راستہ چل، اس راستے پہ آ کر ہر راستہ ملے گا، اس راستے پہ آ کر ہر راستہ ملے گا، یاد خدا کیے جا تجھ کو خدا ملے گا، دنیا سے دل لگا کر۔
A beautiful message to kickstart things this morning. Dunya se dil laga kar, dunya se kya milega. If you connect your heart to the world, then what are you going to get from the world? A very important message. It's important to connect your heart to the right thing. You connect your heart to the world, eventually you will become disappointed. Why? Because when you die and when you leave this world, you leave the worldly possessions behind. Dunya se dil laga kar, dunya se kya milega. May Allah continue to guide us in the right manner, and may we be able to achieve great success in this life as well as in the life of the hereafter. Well, I just want to take the opportunity as well to say a very special thank you going out to the sponsors. The program this morning is being brought to you through the kind courtesies of Absolute Investments Limited, Adams Project Management and Construction Limited, Point Fortune Hardware Limited, The Original Barbecue Hut Limited, and Trinilink Solutions Limited. Well, on the program this morning, as always, we've got a very, very interesting segment lined up for you. We start off with our short inspirational segment coming up in a very, very short bit. We've got the early morning call to prayer coming up as well. We've got a few beautiful Islamic selections lined up. I've got our lecture segment. In our lecture segment this morning, coming up a bit later on, we'll be talking about how to become a better version of yourself. And that should always be our mission every single day of your life. That should be your concern. That should be your mission. How to become a better version of yourself. And that's our talking point for this morning. So definitely do stick around. I've got lots to share with you as we continue on with this particular hour. This is Soul Inspirations right here on 103.1 FM.
مولاي صل وسلم دائما ابدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم مولاي صل وسلم دائما ابدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم سحر کا وقت تھا معصوم کلیاں مسکراتی تھی ہوائیں خیر مقدم کے ترانے گنگناتی تھی ابھی جبریل بھی اترے نہ تھے کعبے کے منبر سے کہ اتنے میں صدا آئی یہ عبداللہ کے گھر سے مبارک ہو شہ ہر دو جہاں تشریف لے آئے مبارک ہو محمد مصطفیٰ تشریف لے آئے مولاي صل وسلم دائما ابدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم نہ کوئی آپ جیسا تھا نہ کوئی آپ جیسا ہے کوئی یوسف سے پوچھے مصطفیٰ کا حسن کیسا ہے زمین و آسماں میں کوئی بھی مثال نہ ملی مولاي صل وسلم دائما ابدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم دلیل زندگی وہ ہے کمال بندگی وہ ہے کوئی بھی دور ہو اس میں معراج آدمی وہ ہے وہی تو دین دنیا ہے جو باتیں آپ نے کہیں مولاي صل وسلم دائما ابدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم کوئی بھی بات ہو ہر حکم ان کا معتبر ایسا کہ ان کا ہاں نہیں کہنا بھی ہے قرآن کے جیسا حدیث پاک کہلائیں جو باتیں آپ نے کہیں مولاي صل وسلم دائما ابدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم سلام اس پر کہ جس نے بے کسوں کی دستگیری کی سلام اس پر کہ جس نے بادشاہی میں فقیری کی سلام اس پر کہ جس کے گھر نہ چاندی تھی نہ سونا تھا سلام اس پر کہ ٹوٹا بوریا جس کا بچھونا تھا درود ان پر سلام ان پر یہی کہنا خدا کا ہے خدا کے بعد جو ہے مرتبہ صلی اللہ کا ہے وہی سردار عالم ہے وہی غمخوار امت ہے وہی تو حشر کے میدان میں سب کی شفاعت ہے شفاعت کے لیے سب کی نظر ان پر لگی ہوگی مولاي صل وسلم دائما ابدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم مولاي وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم.
Allah's blessings and mercies to you and yours on this beautiful, beautiful Friday morning, the day of Jum'ah, the end of another week. We have now rolled over to a new month. We continue to pray that Almighty Allah shows us the way ahead and He grants us the opportunity to become better versions of ourselves. And as you move forward with your life, time is ticking by. Remember that every moment is of the essence, and it's always important to don the cloak of gratitude. Those with a grateful mindset, they tend to see the message in every step of life. Even when life may knock you down, even when the going gets tough, try your best to maintain a grateful heart, because that is your avenue to pick yourself back up. And in life, if you're not happy about something, make the effort to change it. If you're not comfortable with yourself, then make the effort to make that change from within. Find that happy space, because happiness is in your hands. Spirituality is in your hands. Goodness is in your hands. You have the choice to decide whether you want to move towards positivity or you rather move towards negativity. And that power of choice is what you will be able to use to pull yourself out of the abyss of darkness and towards light. So may Almighty Allah continue to bless us as we continue on with the journey of our lives. Jummah Mubarak going out to you and yours. I want to take the opportunity as well to say a very special thank you going out to the sponsors. The program this morning is being brought to you through the kind courtesies of Absolute Investments Limited, Adams Project Management and Construction Limited, Point 14 Hardware Limited, The Original Barbecue Hut Limited, and TriniLink Solutions Limited. Special thanks as well going out to all those who would have messaged on the program thus far. Thank you so much for your beautiful messages, your kind words. I always greatly appreciate all of your wonderful messages. Jummah Mubarak going out to you and yours. Well, coming up right around the corner is our inspirational segment. Do keep it locked on to 103.1 FM. You are listening to Soul Inspirations, and I'm yours truly, Imam Safar Asghani. So I want to start off this morning by stating the obvious. In today's era, we live in a modern world, in modern times. And in modern times, the world lives in fast forward. Being that as it may, our days are always filled with challenges and always filled with engagements and responsibilities. Sometimes it can seem as though there is a never-ending barrage of things to do, which can become intimidating, and sometimes people are afraid to take the first step slowly. Sometimes we are afraid to take the first step carefully. And most people would find it easy to just surrender without even trying. Nevertheless, like they say, the journey of 1,000 miles becomes worthwhile only when you take one step at a time. And what do I mean by taking one step at a time? Well, firstly, it means starting any journey with courage and willpower. After the first step has been taken, there is absolutely no looking back. You must keep on stepping. You must keep on moving. One step at a time offers you the opportunity to take things slowly. Work that is done in haste often leads to failure. There are no shortcuts in life. You must take the long road and you must keep stepping forward. Your mantra every single day should be to make small improvements. You don't have to make huge and large improvements every day, but you can definitely make small improvements every single day. Small improvements on a daily basis will lead you to much bigger improvements over time. And this principle can be applied to every area of your life. It's definitely possible to improve all aspects of your life by taking a series of small steps every single day. Sometimes in life, the smallest step in the right direction ends up being the biggest step of your life. So I want to urge you this morning, tiptoe if you must, but ensure that you are always taking a step forward. Try your best to never ever take a step backward. And most importantly, try to never become stagnant in life. For when you become stagnant, when you become comfortable in one position, that is the start of your downfall. So when you feel like procrastinating, or when you feel like making an excuse for not taking a step forward, remember that the one step that you might be avoiding, or that one step that you might be putting off today, could be the biggest step of your life. Because life itself is so very uncertain. If we hold back on taking a step today, who is to guarantee that you will have the opportunity to take that step tomorrow? So convince yourself that you need to take that first step today without thinking too much about it, without delay. If in the end it does not end up being the biggest step of your life, that's fine and that's okay. At least you will know now the best way forward. At least you would have learned from the experience. If it doesn't end up being the most important step of your life, you would have gained valuable experience, and now you would know, you would be in a better position to navigate the challenges ahead. On the flip side of things, if that one step that you take today, if it does end up being the most important step of your life, wouldn't that be a wonderful thing? As intimidating as it might have seemed, as scary as it might have seemed, when you look back, you will be so happy that you took that one step today. You would be so pleased and so thrilled that you had the motivation, that you had the drive, and that you had the courage within you to take that one small step towards positivity, one small step towards upliftment. So today, I want you to do what you can with what you've got right where you are. Always tell yourself that I don't need to be a different person. I don't need to have more. And I don't need to be somewhere else before I can move forward with my life. Tell yourself that I can move forward right now by thinking of what I can do. I can move forward right now with the resources that I do have from exactly the position that I am in life. Tell yourself that I need to stop focusing on what I can't do in my current situation and start focusing on those things that I can do. And those two things would vary from individual to individual, what you can do and what you cannot do. So you need to do a proper analysis of your current situation, and you need to find those things that you can do and find those things that you can't do. Of course, there will be many things that you can't do, but there will also be things that you can do. And if you focus on those things and you set your goals based on those things that you can do right now, rather than holding yourself back by thinking about all of the things that you cannot do, you will be able to move forward in a positive manner. We all need to start somewhere. Why not start right where you are now? No matter what you have, no matter what is happening in your life, start now. Life is an exciting journey, but the things we want are rarely, if ever, handed to us on a plate. We have to work towards them. We have to start by taking one single small step. We have to put in the mile, so to speak. Only then will we accomplish some of what we set out to achieve. And by all means, that one step, that one positive step may be frightening or may be terrifying, but that's okay. It's okay to be afraid sometimes. It is okay to be unsure sometimes of moving forward. Just make sure that you don't allow that fear to stop you from doing what you have to do. Take that small step today, even if you are afraid, even if you are unsure, and push yourself to greatness. Because like they say, if you can't fly, run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, keep moving forward. Well, at this point in the program, we now go to the early morning call to prayer. The early morning call to prayer is being brought to you this morning through the kind courtesies of Absolute Investments Limited of Monroe Road in Cunupia.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الصلاة الصلاة خير من النوم الله أكبر لا
Special thanks going out to the sponsors. The program this morning is being brought to you through the kind courtesies of Absolute Investments Limited of Monroe Road in Canupia, Adams Project Management and Construction Limited, Point Fortin Hardware Limited, The Original Barbecue Hut Limited, and Trinilink Solutions Limited. Definitely do stick around. Our lecture segment is coming up in a very, very short bit. Thank you so much for your beautiful messages. Jumma Mubarak going out to you and yours.
लब पे आती है दुआ बन के तमन्ना मेरी, लब पे आती है दुआ बन के तमन्ना मेरी, जिंदगी शम्मा की सूरत हो खुदाया मेरी, जिंदगी शम्मा की सूरत हो खुदाया मेरी, हो मेरे दम से यूं ही मेरे वतन की जीनत, हो मेरे दम से यूं ही मेरे वतन की जीनत, जिस तरह फूल से होती है चमन की जीनत, जिस तरह फूल से होती है चमन की जीनत, जिंदगी हो मेरी परवान की सूरत या रब, जिंदगी हो मेरी परवान की सूरत या रब, इल्म की शम्मा से हो मुझको मोहब्बत या रब, इल्म की शम्मा से हो मुझको मोहब्बत या रब, हो मेरा काम गरीबों की हिमायत करना, दर्दमंदों से ज़ईफ़ों से मोहब्बत करना, मेरे अल्लाह बुराई से बचाना मुझको, नेक जो राह हो उस राह पे चलाना मुझको, नेक जो राह हो उस राह पे चलाना मुझको, मेरे अल्लाह बुराई से बचाना मुझको, नेक जो राह हो उस राह पे चलाना मुझको, लब पे आती है दुआ बन के तमन्ना मेरी, जिंदगी शम्मा की सूरत हो खुदाया मेरी, लब पे आती है दुआ बन के तमन्ना मेरी, जिंदगी शम्मा की सूरत हो खुदाया मेरी।
محمد نبينا بنور هدينا، من مكة حبيبي نور سطاع المدينة، من صلى صلاته وتهلى بصفاته، يا بخت اللفت لو ماشي يشفع له في مماته، محمد نبينا بنور هدينا، من مكة حبيبي نور سطاع المدينة، من صلى صلاته وتهلى بصفاته، يا بخت اللفت لو ماشي يشفع له في مماته. يا إمامنا يا أمين، يا سند للمسلمين، يا حبيبي يا محمد يا ابن عبد الله. تمت الرسالة تمام والحبيب مسك الختام. طول حياتي في صلاتي بدعي صلي وراه. محمد نبينا بنور هدينا، من مكة حبيبي نور سطاع المدينة. من صلى صلاته وتهلى بصفاته، يا بخت اللفت لو ماشي يشفع له في مماته. من أول يوم في عمري سمعت أبويا وأمي بيسلوا عليه، اللهم صل عليه. حببني في الإيمان، حسسني بالأمان، وتعلقت بيه. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه. نفسي أشوفك في المنام يا رسول الله، وابكي على كتفك وانام يا حبيب الله. وانا شرف لقى صحبتك، وخطي في صفوف أمتك، واتحامى فيك. محمد نبينا بنور هدينا، من مكة حبيبي نور سطاع المدينة. يا حبيبي يا طه يا نجم المتاهة، خيرت الدنيا في عينينا بالليل ودوهاها. من صلى صلاته وتحلى بصفاته، يا بخت اللفت لو ماشي يشفع له في مماته.
Allah has given me a cotton candy sky, a little bit of blue, pink, purple and white. I sometimes see the gray and I sometimes feel the rain, but I'll see the colors of the cotton candy sky again. I see the red of my mother's love, the true blue of my father's hugs. I see the orange of my siblings' smile. I see the pink and the white of the love of my life, and the deep, deep green that all children bring are the coolness of my eyes. For Allah has given me a cotton candy sky, a little bit of blue, pink, purple and white. I sometimes see the gray and I sometimes feel the rain, but I'll see the colors of the cotton candy sky again. Whenever I am down, I look up to the sky and I see the signs from Allah Most High. Most of all, I see light, endless light upon light. Mercy from Allah, who is yours and mine. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Rabb al-Alameen. Bismillah, and again I begin. Allah has given me a cotton candy sky, a little bit of blue, pink, purple and white. I sometimes see the gray and I sometimes feel the rain, but I'll see the colors of the cotton candy sky again. I see the yellow like a sunflower smile of an orphan girl who says Alhamdulillah, or a mother who lost her child. Sees him waiting on a throne of gold so high, or a father who holds his stride. Working hard every day and is firm in his faith, burning bright like a beautiful crimson flame. Says Allah, keep my family safe. For Allah has given me a cotton candy sky, a little bit of blue, pink, purple and white. I sometimes see the gray and I sometimes feel the rain, but I'll see the colors of the cotton candy sky again. Whenever I am down, I look up to the sky and I see the signs from Allah Most High. Most of all, I see light, endless light upon light. Mercy from Allah, who is yours and mine. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Rabb al-Alameen. Bismillah, and again I begin.
Of course, there are times, both yours and mine, when the tears in our eyes sting and blur out the light. But these lows bring the highs of the strength I have inside, to always see my cotton candy sky.
For Allah has given me a cotton candy sky, a little bit of blue, pink, purple and white. I sometimes see the gray and I sometimes feel the rain, but I'll see the colors of the cotton candy sky again.
Indeed, welcome back. I'm yours truly, Imam Safar Ghani, host of this weekly program titled Soul Inspirations, your program for inspiration, information, education, and entertainment. On this beautiful Friday morning, we have now come to the end of another week. We have rolled over to a new month, both on the Islamic calendar and also on the Gregorian calendar as well. May Allah continue to bless us with all goodness, with all happiness. May He protect us from all evil and from all dangers. And above all, may He guide us to all goodness in this life as well as in the life of the hereafter. Well, at this point on the program, we now get into our lecture segment. And like I mentioned before, this morning we are talking about the process of how to become a better version of yourself. Of course, as you go through your particular journey, in life, because everyone's journey through life is different, you understand. Eventually, at some point, you will understand that life itself is full of struggles. Life itself is full of challenges, and nothing, absolutely nothing in life comes easy. Hard work is required. Dedication is required to achieve your goals. The biggest struggle you are faced with on a daily basis is the struggle to become a better person. The struggle of modifying oneself so that a better version of oneself will manifest effectively, making the world a better place, effectively making you a better person. Just as in life, nothing comes easy, and hard work and dedication is required to achieve your goals, similarly, the goal of becoming a better person is not something that will come easy at all. It is something that requires a lot of hard work. It requires a lot of dedication. It requires a lot of discipline before you can achieve that particular goal. Almighty Allah reminds us in the Quran that Allah will not change you unless you decide to change yourself first. Everyone wants to become a better person. Everyone would like to become a better version of themselves. But most people don't know how to. Sometimes we have no idea of the process. We want to do a particular thing, but we have no idea of the process that has to be used. That's why you need to be willing to change and then put some thought and effort into the process, put some thought and effort into the idea, because like they say, where there is a will, there is a way. So this morning I want to share with you a few points that will help you to understand the process that has to be used to become a better version of yourself. So the first item on the list, if you want to become a better version of yourself, you need to give thanks to the Almighty. You need to thank Almighty Allah for all that is there, to become a better person, you should learn to notice yourself and observe how you behave in different situations. Thank Almighty Allah for the countless blessings that He has showered upon you every day. Appreciate what you have instead of obsessing over what you wish you had. Also, thank people. Thank humanity. Thank the people around you for whatever good that they do for you. Appreciate their thoughts. Appreciate their efforts. Appreciate their prayers. And above all, appreciate their support every time you accomplish your goal. You will learn so much about yourself and you will figure out ways of improvement. The second point I would like to share with you is after you have given thanks to the Almighty for all of the blessings that He has placed for you in your life, it is important now to make the intention. Make a strong intention. Because every action begins with the intention. Make the intention to become a better member of your community, to become a positive role model. Make the intention to become a better child to your parents, to become a better parent to your children. Make the intention to be a better friend to your friends. Make the intention to be a better neighbor. Make the intention to be a strong worker within the workspace and to cooperate with others. The intention has to be there. Once you make the intention, then everything else falls in place. The other thing you must take into consideration is that you must love yourself. After you have given thanks, after you have made the intention, you must love yourself by understanding yourself. When you love yourself, you will want what is best for it. You will look for whatever can make it comfortable. And you would look to find avenues to improve upon yourself. Learn to accept yourself for who you are. For only then will you be able to enhance it and to feel better about yourself. Almighty Allah mentions in the Quran that, O you who believe, be steadfast, be patient, and be constant and consciously revere Allah so that you may be successful. It is important that you make a commitment to yourself that today, from today onwards, I am going to make every effort to become a better version of yourself. Every morning you wake up, compliment yourself. Take a couple of minutes, to analyze yourself. Because at the end of the day, you have the choice. The power of choice is with you. You can decide what you want to do with that particular day. You can decide whether you want to face that day with good emotions or whether you want to face that day with bad emotions. And very importantly, stop making excuses for yourself. Don't make excuses for anything. Don't blame anyone for your downfall. Don't blame anyone for your weaknesses. Don't point fingers at others. Begin the process of becoming a better version of yourself by pointing that finger towards your own self. Search for ways within you without putting forward excuses, without blaming others, without pointing fingers. Search for ways within yourself that you can improve. And that is something you would have to do for yourself. No one can do that for you. Let go of the negative emotions. Let go of anger. Let go of hatred. Let go of jealousy. Let go of any negative emotion that will pull you down and that will have an adverse effect on your being as a whole. Be honest with yourself. Be direct. If you want to be a better version of yourself, you have to always tell the truth. You have to allow your heart to guide you forward. Be honest with yourself. Sometimes the mind tries to tell you a particular thing, but the heart will always guide you in the right manner. The mind will try to convince you otherwise, but the heart will be your true guide, your true compass. Be true to yourself. Understand your strengths. Understand your weaknesses. Acknowledge them. Admit to them. And with that knowledge, you have now become empowered. With that newfound knowledge of yourself, you have become empowered. And after you have put efforts in place to stamp out negative emotions, put efforts in place now to inculcate and to plant beautiful emotions, plant positive emotions, plant happiness, because happiness is in your control. Be polite. Say thank you, say good morning, say good evening. Always have a bright aura about yourself. Be open to change. And above all, educate yourself. Education is the key that will open all doors. The purpose of life is to get better with age, and this means that you should try your best to become better at every single thing that you do. This takes initiative, it takes effort, it takes perseverance, it takes patience, and it takes a whole lot of dedication and commitment. So as we go through the course of our lives, we pray that Almighty Allah grants us the understanding and the ability. May He grant us with the courage and the motivation and the drive to continue to move forward in a positive manner. May every single day be a step up the ladder as opposed to a step down the ladder.
رقت عيناي شوقا ولطيبة ذرفت عشقا فأتيت إلى حبيبي فاهدأ يا قلب ورفقا صلي على محمد. السلام عليك يا رسول الله، السلام عليك يا حبيبي يا نبي الله، السلام عليك يا رسول الله، السلام عليك يا حبيبي يا نبي الله يا رسول الله. قلب بالحق تعلق وبغار حراء تألق يبكي يسأل خالقه فأتاه الوحي فأشرق. اقرأ اقرأ يا محمد. السلام عليك يا رسول الله، السلام عليك يا حبيبي يا نبي الله، السلام عليك يا رسول الله، السلام عليك يا حبيبي يا نبي الله يا رسول الله. يا طيبة جئتك صبا لرسول الله محبا بالروضة سكنت روحي وجوار الهادي محمد. يا طيبة جئتك صبا لرسول الله محبا بالروضة سكنت روحي وجوار الهادي محمد. السلام عليك يا رسول الله، السلام عليك يا حبيبي يا نبي الله، السلام عليك يا رسول الله، السلام عليك يا حبيبي يا نبي الله يا رسول الله.
Well, at this point on the program, we are now coming to the end of the program for this morning. I want to take the opportunity to say a very special thank you going out to the sponsors. The program this morning is being brought to you through the kind courtesies of Absolute Investments Limited of Monroe Road in Canupia, Adams Project Management and Construction Limited, Point Fortin Hardware Limited, The Original Barbecue Hut Limited, and Trinilink Solutions Limited. Thank you so much for your company over the past hour. It's always a pleasure to have you in our company. Special salams and greetings of peace going out to you and yours, our listeners and viewers who would have joined us on the program this morning. To everyone who would have messaged, thank you so much for your beautiful words. They are always greatly appreciated. May the blessings of Almighty Allah be with you. Of course, it was indeed an absolute pleasure to be in your company over the past hour or so. By all means, you can definitely catch me next week Friday from 5 a.m. as we bring to you another segment of Soul Inspirations, your program for inspiration, information, education and entertainment. I'm your host and brother in humanity, Imam Safraz Ghani, signing on for this morning. Until next week Friday, please do have an extremely blessed day, a blessed weekend. Stay safe, stay in the mercy of Almighty Allah. Much love, and may the peace, blessings and mercies of Almighty Allah be with you. Up next is News at 6, followed by Prabhat. By all means, do keep it locked on to 103.1 FM for more inspirational and motivational programming throughout the course of today. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Every night in my dreams, I pray that I see you. That is what I ask, Allah. Far across the distance and spaces between us, I want to see your face. Near, far, Rasulullah, I can't